everyone, welcome to another video. Now today is a locomotive review, surprise surprise, and if you follow me on Facebook you will know one of the locos which is being reviewed today, which is, as you can tell by the picture, a standard 5MT from Bachmann. The standard 5s were essentially a development of the black 5s from Stanier, and they were built by British Railways in the 1950s between 1951 and 57, and around 172 were built, so it's quite a considerable number, and I believe around 5 are preserved. Yep, 5 are preserved. So yeah, we will open the box, but before we begin, the Bachmann number is 32-505, standard class 5MT 73069, plain black, BR1C tender, and it is weathered, which is very nice. Now I picked this up at Railx, the show a couple of weeks ago, for around $100. Actually no, it was $100, and it was absolutely brilliant price. Now it didn't come with instructions or anything, so I actually went onto the Bachmann website and printed off the exploded diagram, which just tells you all the parts that go into the model, essentially. So there's that, and we've got a nice picture of Camelot, actually. Very nice picture. And yes, we've got some history on the back. It's a very nice diagram there, and obviously because this is second hand, some of it's a bit tatty, but if you want to pause and read, then please do. There we go. And now moving on to the model. So there it is. The road number is 73069. The locomotive actually came with a decoder. That the KD didn't come with it. I've just put it in there for safekeeping. But no, it came with a decoder, and that will be used probably at some point. So yeah, we'll just. Have we got holes in the back? Yes, we do. Oh, it's a very fragile model. I've already broken it slightly. We'll get onto that soon. And here is the BR1C tender. So, move on to the actual loco unit first. We'll just adjust the camera there. There we go. Wow, this is a lovely, lovely locomotive. Absolutely gorgeous. So yeah, we'll start at the smoke box. Got some very nice. I always say very nice, and a lot of people have picked me up on that. But we've got some lovely detail on the smoke box door, the handrails, the smoke box dart, and I'll see if I can zoom into the shed code. Is that 11A? 11A SC. Is that like settling colour? I'm not sure. Someone can correct me on that. Got some nice buffer beam detail, and immediately you can tell that the weathered effect is really nice. Got some nice front steps and some lamp irons on the front there. Onto the side of the model, the steam chest and the cylinders are picked out very nice, as well as all the motion. And yeah, it's all been weathered to some pretty good effects because this is factory weathered, of course. So got some nice handrails, and what I presume is the injector, or I'm not sure. Someone can correct me on that. My knowledge isn't that great when it comes to real steam locomotives, let alone British steam locomotives, because, you know, I am in little old New Zealand here. But and we've got the washout plugs and the whistle, and look, you can already see now, I didn't break that, but there is some broken pipework there. That will be fixed at some point. That's not a hard job. It sticks up. But yeah, got kind of a letdown, I'd say, is this big molded seam down the middle of the boiler, but that can easily be ignored. And then we've got the dome and the chimney and the whistle there. Did I mention? No, those were the safety valves. That's the whistle. Yeah, so now this is the bit I have broken, which I will fix at some point, but it is the speedo on the left-hand side of the rear driving axle, which, you know, is a bit of a bugger, but in the interim, it's quite handy. Like, it doesn't get in the way of the loco when I take it to pieces or whatever, so, you know, it has its pluses and minuses. So we've got the brake rigging there, as well as the front bogie, which has a NEM pocket in it. And moving on to the cab, might not be able to see, oh you can, it has got some detail picked out, but who knows, I might get in there with some paint at some point and probably a crew, but no, it's not a bad cab. And got the cab roof and the very nice transfer application, and that is the tender drawbar. You can see it's got two holes in there, so it can. It's got two sort of levels. The furthest one is, of course, if you want to display it, and the one closest to the end is what you use if you're sort of running it around, you know, reasonably tight corners. So we will have a look at the tender now. Now, I have already done some work on the tender. I did forget to mention, on both the loco and the tender, I have put some buffer grease, which you can sort of pick out there. So yes, this is a BR1C tender. It is rather nice. Ooh, the lighting's gone a bit off actually, but see, oh yes, how about that? There we go. So we've got some. I've put some coal in the scoop there, as well as there's some very nice detail picked out along the tender backhead. And we've got, that's where the coupling goes into that small hole there, and then there's the sort of, I guess you could say buffers, but for all the rivet counters there is plenty of rivets, both along the tender and the loco, so you can see it just there. So yeah, and then, now this is what I've done. It came with a terribly unrealistic coal load. It came right up to the top, and I just think it didn't look right, so I went in there and fully replaced it. Luckily, the previous coal load was removable, so that made for an easy fix. And what I've tended to do recently is, after adding the coal, I just go over with some Humbrol smoke weathering powder, just to dull it down a bit and sort of add that sooty look to it. Now we've got the tender filler and the water breather, as well as the tender steps and the builder's plate, and, well, hang on, this. Oh, is that the amount? BR1C, there you go. And then that's the builder's plate for the tender there. Now, as you can see, it's got a NEM coupling. If I zoom out a bit, we've got the NEM coupling as well as the greased buffers, and it's a very nice livery application and weathering applied to the tender buffer beam. And we've got some brake rigging in the tender, and some very nice underframe detail, as well as, I said, some nice application of rivets, and some great application of the BR late crest. So that is the model essentially, which is great. So yeah, I guess. Oh, we've zoomed in quite a lot, haven't we? There we go. So I guess what's left to do is put it on the layout. I've got a rake of Hornby Hawksworth coaches, which forms, as mentioned by my good friend SDJR7F88, it makes quite a nice Somerset and Dorset consist, because I've heard that 73069 was a Somerset and Dorset allocated locomotive. So thank you, Callum, for telling me that, because that, you know, it's interesting to know about, you know, models that you own. So anyway, we shall go and put it on the track. Now the layout has been cleaned, but it's still messy in some areas, so we'll just see how it goes, really. Well, so we are here at the track, and I have the standard 5 just coupling up the tender. It's just come apart. It's one of those locos you can't really couple on the track. It has to be done in mid-air, in your hands, or in a locomotive servicing cradle. Now I have actually fitted the mentioned KD into the rear of the tender because I actually forgot that this Hawksworth coach here has a KD fitted there, which means they do couple rather closely, which is rather nice, but also they do go round third radius with those fairly tight KDs in them. So yes, so we will get it underway, and I hope it's not going to go the wrong way. There we go. Alright, we will see you in a second, guys. Well, actually a couple of minutes, but I always say that. Well, there we go, guys. The Bachmann Standard 5. An absolutely gorgeous model. Some faultless detail, some faultless performance. And I think this model in particular is really set off by the weathering. It's an absolutely gorgeous job from the factory even that Bachmann have done. And because these were standards, they were seen all over the British Railway network. And so if you like standards, I highly recommend you pick one up because they are absolutely gorgeous. So yeah, that pretty much sums it up from me. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Like me on Facebook as Cruisley Road 4472. And as always, guys, we'll see you later.